People could be missing out on hundreds of dollars of tax refunds.
I definitely should be getting more money back than I currently am.
It's the time of year that can be a bonus for some, but a burden for others.
It's a big pain, really. I'm just constantly stressing out about it.
If you're like Jack Taylor, lodging your annual tax return usually looks and feels like this: a paperwork nightmare.
I dread going through all of the documents, flipping through all the pages, downloading the program, reading everything that I don't understand. It's just a bit overwhelming.
And when the tax refund arrives, it's
Usually disappointing. I don't know, everyone works it up like, oh, I'm going to get so much money back.
Jack's finances are fairly straightforward. So every year he lodges his tax return online for free through the Australian Taxation Office's e-tax. But he doesn't think he's claiming everything he possibly can.
Just trying to understand what they need me to put in.
E-tax is a really simple way, an easy way for most people to lodge their returns, but like any simple method, it's designed, it expects that you know what you're doing.
General Manager of the Wealth Designers Financial Planning Group, Paul Heatley, says people like Jack could be missing out on hundreds of dollars.
People can often miss out on opportunities because they don't really understand some of the text behind it or some of the law that goes into those deductions.
And he says there's 5 easy ways to boost your return. First, make sure you record what you're spending when you're working.
So people need to sort of stop and think, am I spending this money in the course of earning my income, in the course of doing my job? And if the answer is yes to that, there's a very good chance that they can claim a deduction.
Take a course or seminar related to your work and it's tax deductible.
Particular courses that can be claimed under a self-education expenses deduction, which is usually around structured courses of study to help enhance one's employment prospects or to increase a person's income.
Create a spreadsheet for your accountant.
They don't need to spend so much time going through and doing that work. Generally, you'll get your return done for a cheaper cost.
Do your research.
The ATO website has become a lot more user-friendly in recent years, and there's lots of good information in much more plain language now.
And if you think you're going to have to pay tax this year, Paul says you might want to see an accountant because they can defer the lodgement date, which means you might not have to pay your tax until May next year. And here's some tax myths that have been busted. You can claim up to $300 worth of related deductions without any records.
Not entirely true. You do need to have some justification for it. Receipts under, say, $10, for instance, you don't need to have a receipt for that low level of item, but you do need to have some records.
If you haven't kept a logbook for your car, you can't make a claim.
And that's not always true. For people that have maybe done 5,000 or more kilometres for work-related purposes during the year, there are other methods they can use.
And for those keen on salary sacrifice for super contributions, there's been a big change to limits from the 1st of July.
They need to make sure that they make some changes to that now to get the full year's benefit from making those contributions. So it can be too late in June sometimes to fix that. It's better to get it right now and make sure you're contributing through the year.
And remember, don't try and fool the taxman.
I used to say to my clients when they really want to push that envelope, is it worth going to jail for it?